Hey everybody, it is Matty here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this Saturday. Happy weekend. If you recall, we discussed some of the metrics surrounding the number of coins left to be mined, talking about Bitcoin, of course. And we are now under 3 million, which means that there are over 18 million currently in circulation. We'll give you the live numbers update there on newsbtc.com. We will be discussing the $100,000 Bitcoin valuation that, of course, is dependent on 2020's upcoming halving. That is happening in just over 200 days. Then we have some responses to that particular price analysis on beincrypto.com. Bitcoin having to push market cap into the trillions. Potentially, there are some arguments for and against that. Of course, then we'll briefly look on ambcrypto.com at news about Poloniex, which has split from Circle and has found new backing led by, quote, led by Justin, son of Tron. And finally, on altcoinbuzz.io, some quick Electroneum news. But let's begin with a snapshot of the market. We are on coinmarketcap.com. Total market cap, $219 and about $500 million. We are kind of marginally up on the day. Bitcoin up 1.44% in the last 24 hours, sitting at $8,073 with a dominance of 66.2%. If you're not already following at altcoinbuzz.io on Twitter, make sure to do so. There are less than 3 million Bitcoin currently left to be mined. And as a reminder, the halving is coming up in 208 days. So just the other day, we discussed the fact that we were soon going to be approaching that milestone of 18 million Bitcoin currently in circulation. Well, we've surpassed that at the time of this recording. We are over 18 million, which means of the total 21 million that'll one day be algorithmically guaranteed, we have less than 3 million to be mined. Now, of course, we're going to have a depreciating returns kind of scenario in terms of the mathematics, because we'll still be mining for over 100 years to come. But that reward block of 12.5 Bitcoin every 10 minutes is going to continue, is going to increasingly decrease. But that's how the landscape looks as of today. Right now, 85.7% of all Bitcoins that will ever be issued have already been mined. Also on Twitter now, we're looking at this tweet at Real Vision. This is the basis of the next price analysis we're going to examine. This very special gold versus Bitcoin guest would only agree to be interviewed if Raul GMI was asking the questions and he could remain rather anonymous. This is an absolute coup for Real Vision. Please welcome Plan B, otherwise known as 100 trillion USD. And here's the breakdown of the argument that is made here on newsbtc.com. A refreshed model, Bitcoin to see 100,000 after 2020's halving. According to a refreshed model by a leading statistician in the market, should Bitcoin follow a model that it has for over 7 years now, it could see 6 digits in the coming 2 years. This is the road to 1 million Bitcoin, of course, and 100,000 is the first step along that way. You may know this individual, this analyst by the name of Plan B, who has a model that may shock the cryptocurrency investors the world over. So, according to an analysis compiled by Plan B, the value of commodities like gold and silver can be plotted and thus predicted by a stock-to-flow valuation model. We've talked about stock-to-flow in the past on this channel. And in a recent tweet, the analyst noted that if you take Bitcoin's prices in all historical Octobers, then plot against the stock-to-flow model, Bitcoin fits it to a 99.5% confidence interval. Here's the tweet itself. This is from the 14th of July, so not all that recent, but recent enough. This is becoming scary. Using October instead of December data, stock-to-flow model improves to 99.5% confidence. Model error was mainly caused by November 2013 and December 2017 all-time highs. So sampling without all-time highs gives less noise. Predicted Bitcoin prices increase $100,000 by 2020 and beyond, $1 million by 2024, and $10 million potentially by 2028. Now, guys, just because it's mathematically plotted, there's some statistics backing it up. Nothing is guaranteed in this space. So as always, yes, take it with a grain of salt, but that is what one interpretation would suggest. And that's all it is. It's a suggestion. Now, in a long series of tweet responses, we have at Super Crypto, Bitcoin, Gold, Silver, and Geopolitics with, I believe, 7 responses. We'll highlight a couple of them here, but this is a reply to both Real Vision and 100 trillion USD, as well as Raul GMI. So Raul, long message for you. $100,000 and $1 million by 2021 are all nice things to hear, and community is addicted to it since 2017. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen, at least the way people expect it to. In November 2017, I told Bitcoin is going going down and hard, minus 95% after CME. Yes, I was wrong, but only by 10%. And they continue to say, all things remaining same, as in no hyperinflation, Bitcoin will not reach 100K by 2021 end of year. If hyperinflation hits, then all bets are off. Bitcoin 1 million, gold 500,000, eggs 5,000, and so on. This is not a win for anyone. I don't want to be a billionaire like this, referring here to the Victoria Falls Hotel, in which this bill for what looks like $1 billion, is that Zimbabwe dollars, is highlighted. So that's a fair point. I mean, if the rest of the market goes down the toilet and currencies of the world hyperinflate, then yes, Bitcoin will be worth a lot of money, but it'll be relative to an increasingly devalued currency, fiat currency. So that's not the goal for anyone. Some interesting points here, I must say, by Super Crypto, and some interesting counter arguments. Sometimes, the headlines of a given story are highlighted, and there's not really a lot of back and forth in terms of dialogue. The ideas aren't always necessarily challenged, or aren't necessarily challenged well. Here are some good points that are made. I believe there are 5 other tweets here. It's a tweet thread of about 7 answers, and they're strong ones. They're all well backed, and they're all well founded in terms of their metrics and their underlying assumptions. So we will link to this as well. Check out at Super Crypto's responses if you're so inclined. Here's another optimistic piece on beincrypto.com. Bitcoin halving to push market cap into the trillions. It's certainly possible one day. Don't forget that we covered this same prediction that was made by the Winklevoss twins. Of course, they put their money where their mouths are. They founded the Gemini exchange, and they say that the total cryptocurrency market cap will be in the neighborhood of $5 trillion at some point between 2025 and 2035. So a bit of a broader window there as far as the prediction goes, but I see that as almost an inevitability, not to jinx anything, but I wouldn't be too surprised. Reading here ahead, May 2020 will signal the 3rd time that Bitcoin's mining rewards will be halved. Again, that's just over 200 days away, and it is set to be exponentially more dramatic than the last 2 times. Basing predictions on previous performances that followed the drop in the supply of new Bitcoin, it can be expected that the market cap could reach into the trillions. As we saw earlier on coinmarketcap.com, we are basically right now sitting at 0.22 trillion total market cap, so just under $250 billion. And for standards of comparison and for the sake of discussion, gold right now is at $8 trillion total market cap. So the total market cap of gold at a little over 30 times that of cryptocurrency. Why exactly could this be potentially Bitcoin's most dramatic move yet? Basing his predictions on what has come before, SLVBTC predicts that with the price of Bitcoin hypothetically at $10,000 before the supply cut, Bitcoin's market cap should rise to the trillions of dollars. With Bitcoin at 10K before the halving and 12.5 of it being mined per block, that's about $125,000 rewards, that means $126 million worth of new Bitcoin is entering the ecosystem per week. However, with that 50% cut after May 2020, the new supply will drop by $63 million per week, potentially causing the market cap to rise by trillions of dollars over the following 2 to 3 years, he adds. Personally, I do see the market cap of cryptocurrency going into the trillions, although I find this to be a particularly poor argument, and it's not really well-founded or well-substantiated, just because the halving metrics and the supply-demand equilibrium is going to shift a little bit. That doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the altcoin market will follow. I happen to think it will, but not for these reasons. So personally, I think this argument is actually quite poor. Let us know your thoughts about this and whether you think we're going to see the trillions of dollars one day in terms of a crypto market cap. I kind of think it's a matter of time personally, although I tend to be optimistic, a realistic optimistic. That's how I brand myself. On ambcrypto.com, Poloniex has split from Circle and finds new backing led by Justin Tron. Poloniex published this news in a blog post stating that they would be separating from parent company Circle, rebranding as Polo Digital Assets, and ending support for U.S. customers on the exchange. They also said that they would be backed by a major Asian investment group, but did not mention any names, though reports suggest the spinoff could be led by Justin's son. Here's a snippet from that particular blog post. Quote, "We are excited to announce that we are spinning out from Circle into a new company, Polo Digital Assets Limited, with the backing of a major investment group. We have a multi-year plan to spend more than $100 million to develop and expand Poloniex, and we are very excited to continue working with the amazing global community of Poloniex customers." And last bit of quick news now, just want to mention this on altcoinbuzz.io. Electroneum is testing beta application for AnyTasks platform. Article by Natalia. Electroneum is launching a freelance platform. For all the ETN fans out there in the altcoin buzz army, do be sure to dive into this article and leave Natalia a comment. Check out the details here. That about rounds it out for today, everybody. Do be sure you are following us on all the regular social media channels. Keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. You can go ahead, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to receive notifications if you've enjoyed today's video. Best of luck, of course, if you choose to invest on this Saturday, but have a great one, members of the altcoin buzz army. Enjoy your weekend, and as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.